Well, good Tuesday afternoon to you. It's Dan. I want to welcome y'all to my home in the sticks. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday. But Lord have mercy, it is chilly out here. And when I think chili and cold, I think stew. And then I want to show y'all what I done got a hold of. So give me a second. We finna get in this shop and we're going to get with it. So give me a second. All right, y'all, let me show you what I done got the hold of. It's kind of like a late Christmas present, but you know what? Hey, look at there. Instapot. We sure enough gonna cook a stew in it. So give me a second, we're gonna get set up and then we're gonna rock on. All right, y'all, let's get busy with it. Now, I'm gonna tell you, this is the first time I've ever cooked in an Instapot. I've been hearing a lot about them. I have a few, one pressure cooker. I want to get another one. And I'm just tickled pink over this Instapot. This recipe that we cooking, this is coming from Miss Michelle over at Daylift TN. She did a beef stew in her instant pot, and it looked delicious. And I was like, you know what, Dan Referee's gonna have to try it because it just looked good. And yeah, what better way to break in the Instant Pot with a beef stew? So let me show you all the stuff that I'm gonna use, and then we'll rock on. Okay, as far as ingredients, we have some flour, about 1/3 of a cup of flour, salt, pepper, and of course a little bit of Tony's in mine. Has some sure enough pretty beef stew meat. I mean, just showing up pretty meat. I have some onions, red wine vinegar, some Winchester sauce, some garlic, have some thyme, some bay leaves, and about 6 ounces of tomato paste. And I also have some golden taters that I'm going to throw in there too. So let me get this Instapot cranked up, and we're going to get to dredging this beef in this flour, and we're going to get to browning it off in this Instapot. So give me a second and we're going to jump right into it. Okay, before we get started, let me tell you what model this is. This is the Instapot IPLUX80. Gosh, I'm tickled pink. Let's see, we're gonna hit the saute mode, and we're gonna hit adjust to go to more, which is the browning feature. And we're gonna let this thing heat up. All right, y'all, let's dredge us some beef stew meat in this flour. All we're gonna do is roll it around in here. Get some of that excess flour off there. Let's drop it on down in here. We're gonna do this in a couple of stages. Don't wanna overload this Instapot. What we're not trying to do is, we're not trying to cook this. All we want to do is brown it. So we're gonna brown it. And what I failed to tell you is what I have added was about, I don't know, a tablespoon or 2 of canola oil to this pot. You get the gist of what I'm doing. I'm gonna brown all of this meat off. And as soon as I get done browning it off, I'll turn this camera back on, and then we'll move into what we're gonna do next. So give me a second. All right, y'all, our meat has browned off quite lovely. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying not to stick the camera in there because the lens will fog up. But let's go on and pull this meat out. And then we're gonna move on to the next step. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of garlic to this pot. We're gonna brown it up a little bit, and we're gonna go ahead and deglaze this pot. Let's add a little bit of garlic to it. Give it a little bit of stir. Let's add a little bit of this, and I'm using organic beef broth. Add a little bit of beef broth to this. See if we can't deglaze this guy. That's where all that goodness is going to be. Down there in the bottom of that pot. I don't know if you can see it. So, let me go on and get this Instapot, the pot deglazed, and then I will turn the camera back on. We'll move on to the next step. All right, y'all, we deglazed this pot. It's a beautiful thing. Deglazed it real good. Also added in the remainder of the garlic. It's probably about 3 teaspoons of garlic. what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add our meat back into the mix. And by the way, this was probably a little bit over 2.5, well, a little bit over 2 pounds of stew meat. Couldn't find one that was exactly 2 pounds, so it's about 2.25 maybe a little bit less. Now to this, I'm going to start stacking on all our ingredients. And what I have here is about 2 tablespoons of some Winchester sauce, red wine vinegar, 6-ounce can of tomato paste. I'm going to get that in there. Give this a quick stir. You may have to add a little bit of water to this. All the ingredients, we're just going to cover it up with water if we have to. I'm going to add some onions to mine, about 1 medium onion coarsely chopped. I'm going to add 2 bay leaves and about a teaspoon of thyme. And we are also going to add some golden taters right on top. Smells delicious, y'all. Well, let's go on and give this a stir. And cannot forget our mixed vegetables. And all I'm using is just, you know, mixed vegetables. And this is 12 ounces if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to start off with maybe a cup of water, see what it looks like. Ooh, that looks good. Gosh, that's going to be tasty as all get out. Okay, may have to add just a little bit more water. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, everything is covered up. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, let's get this. Needs a little bit of salt and pepper, I think. Salt. Let's put this lid on this guy. Wipe this ring off. Okay, we're going to set this thing to whatever that is. Sealing. Okay. And set this guy to stew. And I believe we're good to go. So give me about 35 minutes and we're going to crack this joker open and we're going to see what it tastes like. So give me a second. All right, y'all, we done hit the 35-minute mark on this Instant Pot. Yeah, Lord have mercy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this thing rest for about 10 minutes and we might do a, the technical term is a quick release after about 10 minutes. We're gonna quickly release that steam out of this Instant Pot. All right, it's been about 22 minutes. Let's crack this Instant Pot open and see what this beef stew looks like. That plunger right there should fall down whenever, that plunger right there should fall down whenever this thing is safe to open up. Now you can also let this Instant Pot naturally release all its pressure. And when I say naturally, it's just let it sit there and it'll gradually weep out the pressure and you won't do a quick release like I just did, but it'll do it on its own naturally. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, looks good. Oh yeah. Smells really good. Let's give this joker a taste test. So let's give this a taste and see what it tastes like. Probably could have added just a bit more seasoning to it. But other than that, it's delicious. The meat is the stew meat is extremely tender, and the potatoes are really, really, really tender. For some strange reason, I really like those golden taters. They hold up well to things like stews, and it makes some really good mashed taters as well. Let me have another taste of this. I am pleased, definitely pleased on how this turned out. Really impressed with this Instant Pot. I have to do a whole lot more cooking in it. Well, there you have it, y'all. Miss Michelle, Day Lift TN. This is her recipe on beef stew, and I went ahead and did her recipe because Lord, it looked so good when she cooked it. And I just added a few a few different things to my tasting, as in the spices, and I put some onions in the actual stew while it was cooking. So y'all, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up help. If you haven't subscribed to the Home and Six channel, y'all need to come on over here and give me a look now, because you know I'm always doing something. I mean, really always doing something. And with that being said, you know what's coming. I'm always going to say it. Don't let nobody dull your shine. And I mean nobody. You get your shine on. And we'll see you and y'all in the next video. Before I forget, I will post the ingredients and the amounts that I used in the description of this video. And I will also throw up a link to Miss Michelle's channel, Daylift 10. Y'all need to go check out. So we'll see y'all in the next video.